Hi, I'm Peter, Courier driver, and today's video is on the 5 biggest problems that are going to face you as a courier driver and how you would go about solving them. So it's kind of a Janet and John version because we're probably going into it in much more detail. It just gives you a rough overview of what you're going to be facing and ways to get around it. The first one you're going to have is finding the work. Because you can't just get in a van, go and knock on your neighbour's door and go, hello, I'm a courier, do you need me to move anything anywhere? But there are ways around. We've done one on this before. There are ways about going it. You can sign up with an agency. You can sign up with a platform, like an app on your phone where you go bidding, like the Uber kind of thing for vans. Or you can go down a multi-drop route, your Amazon, Hermes, Argos, that kind of things. Everyone's slightly different. Some supply their vans, some don't supply their vans. What I would recommend is sign up with as much as possible. If you're going to be your own man with your own van, sign up with all the platforms and speak to your local courier firm and put a ticket in your local newsagent and get yourself on Facebook and Marketplace and all that, because as many bullets as you fire in a general direction, one of them's going to hit the target. So just going. Sometimes you don't quite know where it's going to come from. Sometimes it comes a bit left field, but just keep banging away at it. It will happen. It's not the most difficult industry to get into at the moment. Everything's kind of on the up at the moment on transport and travel, so on delivering rather. So that's number one. Number one, not too much of a desperate one. Number two, when you're up and running, you're going to face traffic. No one loves traffic. It's an occupational hazard. There's going to be times where you're going to be late for drops because there's been a massive accident and the road's been shut, or the motorway's been shut, or the freeway's been shut. There's going to be times where you have a puncture, something goes wrong with a motor. Situations like this, the two best ways to get around it: first of all, get yourself a decent live traffic sat-nav. I mean, I personally think the ones with the phone work really well. My recommendation is Waze. I find Waze is fantastic. It's one I use all the time. Google also works very, very well because they will give you live updates. So it's not like you're driving down a road and then suddenly the road's closing in front of you. You'll get this beep and you think, oh, hang on a second, that's changed. It's 20 minutes longer. Why is that? And then you look ahead and you realise that everything's ground to a halt. And better to have that and add the 20 minutes on your day than actually grind to a halt. Also, if you are going to be late, ring the customer and say, I'm going to be late. I've had a puncture. There's been an accident. I don't know how long it's going to take, but they'll say, well, what time do you reckon you're going to get there? Ring the customer, ring the shipper who will ring the customer. If you keep them informed and it's not your fault, they can't get you. So it just means it's going to add time on your day, and in this game, time is money. So, but these things happen. The third problem you're going to face, finding the location. This is the bane of most people's life. This is going to hurt you multi-drop drivers more than it hurts the type. We're kind of light haulage. I might have to find 2-3 drops a day. You multi-drop people, you're going to have to find 100, 200 drops a day. In situations like these, you need a decent route finder. Circuit, in my opinion, is the best on the market because it hits all the targets, and you're going to need to use your imagination. Sometimes you can't find a place, so you have to stop and ask people. You use Google. Often you'll have to deliver to an industrial estate like one of these. As actually, the one I just delivered to, in fact, didn't have a name or number on it. But it was number 10 and it was next to number 9. This isn't the hardest one I've found. Sometimes the names will be on there and the names are wrong because they've had it for half a year and they haven't even bothered to change the name. So you have to ask local people, do Google, ring the person that's giving you the job. If there's a phone number on the paperwork, ring it. That's always very, very handy. And for you multi-drop people that need to go bang, 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 bang all the time, get yourself a decent route planner as well, because it's the dropping off and the finding that will cost you the time and the money. Number 4, dead miles. This is either between drops or when you got to a place coming back. Once again, between drops, circuit. It's the way forward, because you don't want to be going, right, okay, well, I've got like these drop NN1, NN2, NN3, and then you get halfway through the run and you get back and you realise you're on the other side of the road of where you were before, and you're like, I was here half an hour ago. I could have got these off instantly. I could have been done half an hour quicker. I could have either got home quicker and put my feet out and a cup of tea, or I could have got myself another job. So you want a decent route finder, you want a decent multi-drop planner. Your circuit is the way forward. As for getting back, once again, sign up to the platforms, sign up to the backload platforms, sign up to anything that when you've been delivered, because if you're working for a company and they might send you 100 miles up the road and you ring them up and you go, you got anything coming back? And they go, no, nothing at the moment. They're not going to have. Their customers are 100 miles away. That's their little area. And you don't know anybody's customers up there, which is why a decent backload platform will get you home. And the final problem you're going to face as a courier driver, number 5, getting paid. Now, most of the jobs you'll do, if you're a freelance person, will be on an invoice. 30 days, 60 days, 30 days, end of the month, and all that kind of stuff. And then you'll find yourself in a situation, most people are decent, quite a few of them need a little bit of a nudge, but sometimes you get to the end of the month and you're like, hang on, you're ringing them up, and they'll give you the, we haven't had your POD yet, or, oh, you're on the next payroll and all that. In situations like this, particularly, you get to know customers after a while. To begin with, if they're a day or two overdue their date, let it ride a little bit, maybe they've been a bit lackadaisical about it. Once it starts to be a bit longer, 3-4 days, ring them. So, right, you know that job I done for you last month, you owe me the money, can you amend it please? It happens to us, and sometimes it just misses, it goes off the pay. You go, oh, we missed that one, checked it out, oh, we haven't paid you, I'll pay you straight away. Sorry about that, it does happen sometimes. Get on top of it. You don't have to be nasty, don't ring up screaming and shouting. You just ring up and you go, you ain't paid me, and then you'll get hopefully you'll get the right reaction. If like a few more days go by and they still haven't paid you, you turn the heat up. You still haven't paid me. End of the day, you can get on top of them. You can threaten them with CCJs. You can threaten them with all sorts of stuff. Oh, we've found that if you threaten people with CCJs, they do tend to pay up very, very quickly. But that's a very basic version of the 5 things that you're going to be facing, and some small solutions to it. We'll probably go into that in more detail later on in other videos, but I just hope that gives you a general help, and I hope that you... Oh, by the way, I have been Pete the Courier Driver. I have also got my own channel over on YouTube, which has got a few more videos, but it's going to be a lot more coming on this channel. And like we say on the other channel, take care, take money.